My favorite moments through all of the majors, I'm going to include the 1.6 ones as well. Number 3 definitely has to be the first time we won a World Championship. It was the first time a tournament was sanctioned by, it wasn't Valve then who owned Counter-Strike, but it was Gooseman and Cliff, I think, were creators. So they sanctioned this tournament. This was the CPL 2001 in Dallas. Back in the days, you know, we didn't have the resources to go there, so we had to win a qualifier to win the money for the prize tickets to go to CPL, and it was an open tournament. And I remember we went all the way there to the grand final, playing versus X3, which was the best NA team back then. And everybody from NA has been saying X3 is gonna run NIP over, and obviously everybody from Europe has said, well, NIP is gonna smash 3D or X3, sorry. And we managed to win the finals. We did it. It was a very close affair actually, and we managed to win it. And it was the first time, it was a sanctioned Counter-Strike tournament from the producers, which was effectively the first major. And I remember this one. We were playing in Hyatt Regency in Dallas, and this was the first big event I've been to. And it was maybe like 50 people sitting behind us in a hotel venue thing. And when you look at it now, if you see a major final, 15, 20,000 on the stand, and it's like you're watching a football game atmosphere, but it's one of my strongest moments because that's where it all started in my book. Moving in to number 2, I have to say we had the Stockholm Major. Reason being is because it was in the Globe, which I'm born and raised just next to it, maybe 10 minutes walking. And when I started competing, I'm getting goosebumps now. When I started competing, early days, this is like 2000, I dreamed of maybe one day we can fill up the Globe and do like a Counter-Strike tournament in it. But it was just, I never, ever thought that day would come. So that one, even though we didn't have any successes, I sold NIP a few years, I wasn't a part of that, or any Swedish successes in it. It was still one of, my best moments within the major circle that has been so far. And of course, moving into number 1, ESL Cologne 2014, if I'm not mixing it up, where the only NIP win ever. I was the owner of the team back then, and that's the only major we won with NIP during that time. What's funny about that is that I was the coach for the team, so I've been a coach for 2 major finals. We lost both to Fnatic in the DreamHack Major, and to Virtus.pro in Spodek Arena in Katowice. We got stomped there. It was an amazing atmosphere, but that's not to the story. But so I swapped myself out as the coach, and we moved in Pita, which is an amazing coach for that spot. And first time on board in a major final since I lost 2, he comes on board and we win it. And the feelings running through that was can't be described with words. It was such a big thing, and it's unfortunately the only major one I've won with NIP, and they have won since, but hopefully we'll do more in the future.
The best memory I have from majors comes from the very first DreamHack Winter 2014, and it is all of Meister Boost. It was really something special. I remember that LDLC took a pause to realize what's going on, and they couldn't. In the end, they realized, but it was way too late. Fnatic had to forfeit that game, but yeah, that was something truly impressive.
It was Boston 2018, the FaZe Clan versus Cloud9, and the Stevie2K action to take the overtime in front of the home crowd. The expression of the caster and the crowd was just absolutely perfect. It just gives me goosebumps each time I watch it again.
At this very moment, I think Spirit, FaZe and Virtus.pro are the favorites to win the whole major. If I would have to bet for someone, I would go for Spirit, because I think they are at this moment the best. Besides them, I will cheer for ENCE and Eternal Fire. I think that these are the teams which can surprise.
Of course, my heart is for Poles and their Danish friend Clive. and I hope they're gonna play in front of his home crowd. And let's see if Team Spirit is able to keep their form after the Katowice.
Unfortunately, I'm not coming to Copenhagen. Maybe if Pasha would like to take me on his bike, but I don't think he will. So I will most likely watch it from home. Maybe if there will be some watching party in Warsaw, then I will come for sure.
I haven't been on any major yet, but I've watched every single one since 2013 and hope to be there one day.
There have been tons of interesting games in majors, but the one which is sticking in my head is final of Elik Boston Major between Astralis and Polish Virtus.pro. I remember that Poles had such a big lead in that game on the third map, but somehow Astralis managed to come back and lift the trophy.
"2017 Atlanta Major, that was Astralis versus Virtus.pro, very close 3-map final, and the crowd was cheering equally for both teams, and that was something I've never seen before.